We are going to review error handling. The types of errors that you get in JavaScript are similar to other languages. You can get syntax errors. And in JavaScript, this is typically a typo, or maybe you forgot a semicolon, or you're missing a quote, or you're missing a closing brace. That's a pretty common one. Those are all compile errors or syntax errors, and you can find those by pressing F12 on the keyboard. That takes you into the developer panel, and if you go into the console, it will tell you what the error is. And that's what we've been pretty much doing to figure out errors. We've been pressing F12, going into the console. There's also logic errors. With a logic error, the program will run, but the results are not accurate. And that is due to the logic in the program. There are also input or validation errors. Perhaps you're entering a number that's out of range, or the user has miskeyed data and entered text into a numeric field, that type of thing. You can also have runtime errors, which would be things like division by 0, that type of thing, and those will actually cause the program to stop running. Preventing errors is typically focused on syntax and logic, and detecting and handling errors is what we do for input validation and runtime errors. And we're going to cover how to do both. For detection and handling errors, we're going to use the try-catch method, which I know most of you have already used in other programming languages, and it is available in JavaScript as well. So first we're going to talk about the syntax errors, because this is the most common type of error. And it does not matter what web browser you're in. You press F12, you get into the developer console, and that allows you to see the error. So I have a little program here that I wrote, and it is missing a closing brace. You see, we have a method here called writeSalary, and we have an opening closing brace, and we do not have a closing one. This closing brace goes with the employee function up here. So the writeSalary method is missing a closing brace. And what you'll notice if you pull this up in different browsers is that they give you different messages. Some of the messages you may think are easier to understand than others. And because this changes as far as what the browsers show, I actually have an example. In fact, you can click on this link, and this is what it looks like. So it basically looks like a do nothing page, but there is an error in the JavaScript. So if I press F12, it says unexpected end of input. And then if I click on this, it's bringing me to the approximate location of the error. So if I see unexpected end of input, I'm usually suspicious about a closing brace that is missing. And you can see here's the writeSalary method, and it is missing the closing brace. This closing brace here goes with the opening for the function. Okay, and it brought me to the end because that's when it detected that we were missing a closing brace. So it does not always bring you to the right location. Now in Microsoft Edge, I open the same exact program. And if I press F12, you see they give me all sorts of information unrelated to the error. And then finally, I get down here to the error. So it's basically saying that it's expecting a closing brace, and it did not find it. Okay, and so that is also pointing me at the bottom of the script, because that is when it noticed the closing brace was missing. Okay, so again, this is in the console section. And then I'm going to show you what Firefox shows. So this is Firefox. I'm going to press F12. And let me go into console. And you can see this may be a little more helpful. It says syntax error missing closing brace after the function body. And it's trying to give me a line number here. It's telling me where it has the opening brace. Okay, at line 5. So it says the opening brace is here, but it's detected a closing brace missing. So what it's doing is it thinks that this closing brace goes with this. Okay, so it's saying we're missing this closing brace. Okay, but truth is we're missing the one that goes with this. But it's actually pretty close. Okay, so 3 different browsers display those errors 3 different ways.